big story tonight at 6. Police still looking for the suspects after Prince Nedd, a 16-year-old, was shot and killed while working at a McDonald's yesterday. Good evening, I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Cuddy the Divine. A young life taken in Phoenix, leaving a family grieving. Team 12's Colleen Sikora is live at that McDonald's near 51st Avenue and Baseline, where co-workers are beginning to gather right now to honor his life. Colleen.
Yeah, guys, coworkers have been coming in and out of here all day, some with flowers in hand, and now they're starting to gather together alongside the community, bringing balloons, candles, flowers, even a big sign with a picture of Prince on it in order to commemorate and celebrate his life alongside the community. His family says while this was his first job, he was so much more than an employee here. At his place of work just 2 months in.
He was so excited to work there.
Police say 16-year-old Prince Nedd was shot and killed Wednesday morning. Now his older sister, Anaya Lindsay, left grieving.
I just wish I could have been there to stop it.
Phoenix police say witnesses tell them Prince was in a fight with someone else before the shooting. That person is believed to be known to him and left the scene. Justin Jacobs says he was walking in as the shots were fired.
I saw a young man in McDonald's uniform sitting there bleeding, and he needed help. You know, he obviously had been shot.
Employees tell 12 News customers were trying to help Prince. Jacobs says he was putting pressure on his wounds, trying to save his life.
I let him know that somebody was there with him. It was going to be okay. We were working on getting him help. Honestly, I just wish that I could have done more to help save his life.
A life, family says, was full of hope with future plans.
He just wanted to be successful. He just was always coming up with something new to do, something that could bring him success, and he just wanted to go for that.
The second oldest in the family, his younger brother, Joaquin Nedd, says he looked up to Prince.
He's gone, and it's just all the things that a brother should have done. It can't happen no more.
His family, now grieving the honest, athletic, smart life they've lost.
To bury your son, to bury your first nephew, to bury your first grandson is so hard. At 16.
Now, the vigil is just getting underway here. We'll have more coverage of this shooting as well as on Prince Nedd's life tonight on 12 News at 10 and in the 12 News app. We're live in Phoenix. Colleen Sikora, 12 News.
16-year-old McDonald's employees, they've released this surveillance image of the accused gunman. This is 16-year-old Christopher Track. Not a great shot of him, but you can clearly see the gun in his hand. That shooting again happened right there on Wednesday. Officers say he killed Prince Nedd Wednesday morning at 51st Avenue and Baseline. So again, anybody with information is asked to come forward.
Okay, so those are the only two clips that I wanted to play for you, the audio right there. But shout out to Trill, Texas for sending this story to me. Like, they literally was pumping this story out, and they were actually one of the first, the first one to post the shooter's actual picture where we could see his face and his name on social media before I even saw or played this audio that y'all are hearing. I just wanted y'all to hear some audio of what the situation is going on. And you want to know what's so crazy? I don't know what's going on with Macbeth and the shooting surrounding it, because y'all know I just did a story about the dad who took his son joyride. I don't want to say joyriding, but to a McDonald's, and I believe that was in Utah, which is not far from Arizona, ironically, and engaged in a shootout with the police because the order was messed up. Now here you have this incident right here where you have this piece of shit on the left who shot this boy on the right, and they both worked together. Apparently they were both co-workers. They both worked with each other. Said they got into a fight, and I always believe this: whenever someone brings a gun to a fight, or they have to go get a gun after a fight, that to me screams that the person who has the gun is the person who lost the fight or is losing. That's what it screams to me, because the person who's winning the fight is not going to go and get a weapon. That's just my take on it. Now, I'm going to pause this right quick and bring up another image, because I want you to pay attention to something that we noticed. And when I say we, I'm talking about the people, myself, and the people who are following this story. Okay, so this is the surveillance footage that they were talking about when they first found out who it was, because when they showed it on the news clip, they showed this image. They didn't have the picture that I just had up where you could actually see his whole his face. And he almost looked like he has the same shirt on in that picture that he does here, because they look like the same color. But if you notice right here, you can clearly tell that's the gun. But if you look at this right here and look at his skin tone, they're two different colors. Reason being, he has gloves on. Now you got to ask yourself one question. What would make him put gloves on before he shot that gun? My guess is he didn't want to leave fingerprints. And I always think of this. Whenever I see somebody who has a gun and they're using it and they have gloves on and they're not using their bare hands, that just screams to me like that was a targeted attack. It just said that they got into a fight prior to him being shot and killed. So my thing is this: what made you go get some gloves and put those on, and then before getting the having a gun and then shooting him? He just didn't want it to be traced back to him, but surveillance footage already has put him out there, so they have a face. But as far as I know, right now, at the time of me recording this video, they haven't got him yet. They know who he is. They have to know where he is. He's only 16. How far is he really going to get? Well, people on the run, if they desperate enough, they'll get pretty damn far. But his face is out there, and he's a minor. I don't see him getting that far. So hopefully they do catch him. And what I'll do is, before I upload this actual video, if they have any more updates about this, I'll insert that. Hopefully the update comes that they have actually apprehended him. We don't know what the fight was about, because dead people don't talk. And he's on the run. So when an update comes that they have apprehended him, then I will insert that in here. But that is him holding the gun. He has on gloves. They look like, I'm not sure what kind of gloves those are either, because they look like white in color, but this is a surveillance footage. I don't know if those are worker gloves, because I know at McDonald's some of them wear sometimes gloves that you'll probably find in an emergency room or something like that when they're making food, because these don't look like work gloves. They don't look that thick. They look kind of thin, but he has gloves on nonetheless, and he has a bag right there, which I'm assuming he had the gun in, and that's right there. I don't know if that's after he committed the shooting or when he was on his way to doing the shooting, but they said this is surveillance footage, and he's definitely inside somewhere, because if you look, you can see walls, you can see a door, and you can see tiles on the floor. So he's definitely in a building of some sort, which is most likely the McDonald's, of course, where he was shot at, because they said he went to the McDonald's and he shot him. But yeah, when I find out who, or if they have any more information about him being apprehended, I'll insert that in here by the time I upload the video. If not, then I'll just put a link or maybe do an update video saying that they got him. But with that being said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you are new. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video or go live. And I offer my condolences to the family of Prince Nedd. Alright, so I'm back on here, and I told people that I would wait until I got more additional information involving the person who shot and killed that teenager at the McDonald's, and this is the update. So, in a not so surprising situation, we knew that this kid would either get caught or turn himself in, because his picture was out there. But according to this article on azcentral.com that was posted on March 7th, Christopher Track did turn himself in to the Phoenix Police Department for the involvement in the role that he played with the murder of that boy, whose name is Prince Nedd. They said police identified Track as a suspect in a shooting that happened Wednesday at the 51st Avenue and Baseline Road. Police said that they suspected that Track shot and killed 16-year-old Prince Nedd at the restaurant. Nedd was pronounced dead on the scene. On Friday, evidence showed Track leaving the McDonald's, and police were asking the public for helping to locate him. And they said it was not immediately clear what charges Track was facing or if he would be tried as an adult. Oh, he definitely needs to face some charges, and he needs to be tried as an adult. He murdered someone, and this was premeditated. Like, he went in there with a gun, and he came back, like, he got into a fight with him, came back with a gun and shot and killed him. So if they can't get him on premeditated, at least second-degree murder. For sure. Because somebody is dead. There is a dead, he has blood on his hands. Simple as that. But I knew it wouldn't be long before they caught him because, like I said, his picture is out there. Like, his face was already out there when they were looking for him. So he wasn't going to really get far. But that's all I wanted to add into this story, is that they found that they ended up catching him. And I think the shooting it happened a couple days before he actually turned himself in. Now, notice that he turned himself in, which means he voluntarily went and did it. Nobody, or he wasn't apprehended. He probably knew he wasn't going to get far. He's only 16. Like I mentioned in the first part, he's only 16. Where was he going to go?